The Milwaukee Brewers have once again proven their mettle in Major League Baseball, crafting one of the league's top teams despite the odds stacked against them. Just a day after the MLB trade deadline, Brewers manager Pat Murphy took a moment to reflect, jotting down a simple yet profound note. Quiet. Less is more. Instead of rallying his team with a speech about the lack of blockbuster trades, Murphy chose to maintain a calm demeanor. After all, there was no need for a pep talk with a squad that has surprisingly claimed the best record in baseball. Instead, he focused on finalizing his lineup, which featured the only new addition of the day, Brandon Lockridge. This 28-year-old outfielder, with just over 100 major league appearances and a single home run to his name, was seen as a perfect fit for the Brewers' ethos. Murphy described Lockridge as embodying the qualities the team values: defensive prowess, speed on the bases, and a selfless attitude that prioritizes team success over individual accolades. "You have to be hypervigilant about who you are," Murphy emphasized, highlighting the importance of self-awareness in understanding how each player contributes to the game. As the Brewers prepare to face the New York Mets this weekend, fans are reminded of last year's thrilling postseason clash, which could serve as a precursor to this October's playoff battles. The Mets, who invested a staggering $750 million in outfielder Juan Soto, were expected to return to the postseason. In contrast, the Brewers faced uncertainty, with their front office advocating for owner Mark Attanasio to maintain payroll rather than cut back. Last October ended in heartbreak for the Brewers, marked by a devastating home run from Pete Alonso off closer Devin Williams. The offseason brought further disappointment as the team traded away Williams, a two-time All-Star, and former Cy Young Award winner Corbin Burnes. Additionally, shortstop Willy Adames left via free agency, while the Chicago Cubs bolstered their roster in pursuit of the Brewers. Yet, against all odds, the Brewers find themselves back at the top of the standings, defying skeptics and showcasing a model for success that thrives on a limited budget. As the season progresses, analysts often seek to understand how a team from baseball's smallest market, operating with one of the lowest payrolls, continues to excel. These inquiries amuse players who have witnessed the team's consistent postseason appearances over the past 7 years. "We do it the same way every year," said Christian Yelich, the team's longest-serving player and the only one with a 9-figure contract. "We just find ways to win games. We have a standard, an identity in how we play, and everyone who joins us fits into that mold." This season's success can be attributed to the team's roster composition, which may lack overwhelming power, but excels in fundamental skills. Murphy and his coaching staff prioritize collective execution, ensuring that no single player feels the weight of carrying the team. The offense applies relentless pressure on opponents, making them feel the heat for all 9 innings. According to Fangraphs, no team has been more effective on the bases. The development team has established a pipeline of pitchers who trust the organization to guide their growth, allowing players to thrive without the scrutiny often faced in larger markets. "It's like a weird storm of all these different things coming together," pitcher Brandon Woodruff remarked. At the heart of this success is Murphy, a 66-year-old former college baseball coach who stepped into the managerial role after Craig Counsell left for the Chicago Cubs. Murphy instills the same selflessness in his coaching staff through a unique exercise he calls the check game, designed to keep egos in check and promote humility. This system, developed during his 8 seasons as Counsell's bench coach, involves tracking instances of self-aggrandizement on a whiteboard. For example, when former bullpen coach Steve Karsay referred to his Yankees teammate Derek Jeter as Jeets, that was a check. Similarly, when Counsell brought his glove to the ballpark, that earned a check. Murphy recalls a moment when former hitting coach Andy Haynes sought advice from former president of baseball operations David Stearns, who had moved to the Mets in 2023. "We're all in the coach's room," Murphy explained. So Haynes goes to Stearns. "David, I've been wanting to know the answer to this, and I figured I'd bring it right to the top." And then Stearns goes, "Well, what do you got, Andy?" And I'm like, hold on a sec. That's a check, Stearnsy. So you're the top? Mark doesn't own this team? Murphy applies the same scrutiny to the front office, which he refers to as the ivory tower. He describes an ivory tower check as when front office members swoop in with unsolicited suggestions. For instance, if someone from the scouting department boasts about discovering pitcher Jacob Misiorowski, that would be a check. Similarly, if someone from analytics claims credit for identifying a path to success for first baseman Andrew Vaughn based on minor league data, that would also earn a check. The Brewers made strategic moves weeks before the trade deadline, including acquiring pitcher Quinn. This trade exemplified the team's ability to leverage its market size to its advantage. The club received 2 compensatory draft picks last winter, one for losing Adames to the San Francisco Giants, and another as part of a collective bargaining initiative aimed at assisting lower revenue teams. In April, General Manager Matt Arnold packaged that second pick, which was the 33rd overall, along with 2 prospects to acquire Priester, a first-round pick from 2019 who had not made Boston's opening day roster. "You have a lot of guys in our clubhouse who have been overlooked for a long time," Arnold noted. Upon joining the team, Priester was given straightforward instructions. Focus on throwing his 94 miles per hour sinker down and away to induce ground balls, and learn to locate his 92 miles per hour cutter for backdoor strikes. He was also reminded that control in the running game was crucial. "Those little things keep the game simple, keep the game fun, keep the game loose," Priester said. "And you realize you're only one simple play away from doing something great." Priester has since stabilized a starting rotation that has shown improvement as the season has unfolded. Woodruff returned in July after recovering from shoulder surgery, while Freddie Peralta made his second All-Star appearance last month. He was joined at the Midsummer Classic by Misiorowski, a towering 6'7" rookie from the 2022 draft who throws with remarkable velocity, clocking his changeup at 92 miles per hour. The team also boasts depth to safeguard its pitching staff. When Misiorowski sustained a shin injury in late July, the Brewers were able to place him on the injured list rather than risk further injury to his arm, while compensating for discomfort. Additionally, the Brewers had a ready replacement when first baseman Rhys Hoskins injured his thumb last month. They called up Vaughn, the number 3 overall pick from the 2019 draft, who had struggled with the Chicago White Sox. Vaughn was languishing in the minors when Brewers pitcher Aaron Civale, after being moved to the bullpen, requested a trade. Shortly thereafter, Arnold traded Civale for Vaughn, who remained in Triple-A until Hoskins' injury. "Just getting him in a different environment with a different level of pressure, we thought would be a good change of scenery for him," Arnold explained. When Vaughn was promoted, he received clear directives, similar to those given to Priester. If he didn't swing at strikes, he wouldn't last long. This straightforward message is a hallmark of Murphy's management style. "It's professional baseball at the end of the day," Yelich stated. "I think people lose sight of that sometimes. Like, wanting it to be like, oh, you're doing great and it's okay. Sometimes it's not okay. It's the big leagues. There's a league for other stuff, and it's not this one." Vaughn responded to the challenge, batting .371 with 6 home runs and a 1.118 OPS in his first 20 games as a Brewer. He's not the only newcomer thriving in the lineup. Outfielder Isaac Collins is a strong contender for the National League Rookie of the Year, while Caleb Durbin, acquired from the New York Yankees in the Williams trade, has emerged as a reliable regular at third base. Vaughn's presence adds significant power potential to a lineup that will need it come October. A recent surge from slugging catcher William Contreras also brings hope, especially since the franchise hasn't won a postseason series since 2018. Yelich believes this team has the potential to break that streak. Our culture here brings the best out of players, Yelich said, because you feel comfortable when you don't have to put the team on your back all by yourself. Just compete your ass off and have fun. Just give it hell. That's all you can do. As the season unfolds, the coming months will reveal whether this team, filled with players who embody their unique identity, can ultimately claim the championship.